There are a lot of people that want some answers. They are depending on us to find their loved one.
But as much as officials hope those people will be found safe in shelters or with family and friends, the search for human remains continues, especially in Paradise, California, which the Camp Fire has all but wiped off the map. Our Kim Brunhuber went to that devastated community, and as he explains, part of what originally drew people to live there is part of what made it so dangerous when the fire came.
To understand why so many people died, why so many more are still missing, all you have to do is spend a couple of minutes driving around the Pheasant Ridge Mobile Estates. A retirement community burnt down to knee height, everything reduced to blocks and powder. In these seniors communities, many of the roads twist and turn around in confusing loops. Many of them, in fact, are dead ends. So an able-bodied adult like me can easily get disoriented, never mind a much less mobile senior trying to escape in the smoke and flames. Cars became kilns and, in some cases, tombs. Flames able to melt metal into shiny ribbons. Now, just over a week after the fire started, hundreds are still listed as missing.
This is a dynamic list, right? Some days there might be more people, some days there might be less people.
Driving on this community on a hill, surrounded by canyons, you can appreciate how narrow the roads are, how steep the terrain is, and with cars stalling and blocking the roads, how hard it would have been to get out. That's why, after the last major fire 10 years ago, authorities came up with a new emergency plan. Evacuate the town in stages, those closest to the danger leaving first. But this fire, they say, moved too quickly. And controversially, officials opted not to send an emergency wireless alert. In this area, cell signals are spotty, and many choose to live off the grid. Only 20% of the town received evacuation orders, and some chose to ignore them. On some homes, yellow notices indicating that inside were occupants unwilling to leave. With the danger so close, I spoke to one man who didn't want to appear on camera, who said simply, "This is my home."
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
It was that need for isolation and independence that led many to Paradise. But for most, it's come at an enormous cost. Kim Brunhuber, CBC News, Paradise, California.
Now, as huge as the Camp Fire remains, firefighters do have it about 50% contained, allowing rescuers to get in and incredible stories of survival to get out. 62-year-old Helen Thomas, who'd had a stroke, was alone when the flames closed in on her house. Despite severe mobility issues, she somehow got her wheelchair outside, crawled into it, and went looking for help, all while houses burned and power lines came crashing down. Luckily, firefighter Scott McLean arrived just in time.
There's this elderly gal in a wheelchair. Look closer, there's a puppy in her lap and her purse is hanging on the back. And I do not know to this day how she got down to Pence Road alive.
McLean quickly drove her and her dog to safety.